to get cheap shot. You're going to get crap talked to you. Almost said a bad word. You're going to get crap talked to you. You're going to, all this stuff's going to happen. You're going to try to face adversity, and you got to keep a level head. So, I think everyone's done a good job so far talking about it this week. Even having the scout team kind of hit at us a little bit, just talk a little bit crap and stuff. So, it's done a good job. But it's all about keeping a level head and just playing smart. But, definitely everyone gets the risk of this rivalry at this point.
But if there's one game to win, it's this one, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of going in, obviously, when you lose a game like that we did to Oregon, it's kind of our thing. It's like we got Sunday to have the day off, but then after that, it was Monday. It was like we didn't talk anything about Oregon. It was all straight to U of A. We're in a one-game season at this point. We can finish out the season 1-0 against a team that everybody in this area hates. So, it's exciting to go out here and get a win for them. And, obviously the fans deserve it. The seniors deserve it. Coach Dillingham and all the staff deserves it. So, obviously, it's our job to go out there and execute and win. So, I think we have a really good plan going this week.
So, it wasn't probably the season that you guys had hoped for as a team. But this weekend, the win means what?
I think honestly it just means progress. Obviously, when you have a season like this, you want to, if the best we can do to finish on top. Like this is our bowl game. Obviously, everyone knows how much this game means. So I think this would be some really good momentum to carry into the off season. Obviously has a little bit more meaning to it. I think we win this game. Obviously it's one game better than last year, but I mean that's obviously showing just one more. In a lot of games, it's crazy how much last year's season, this year's season kind of compare, and they're kind of similar. How many close games we lost and how many things we do that. But a lot of things are just, I think my difference between this year and last year was, this year, it was a lot of things we self-inflicted on ourselves not to win some of the close games. So I think it's one of those things now that, going into this offseason, like we know how good we can be, we know how good we could have been, but if we win this game, it kind of sends us on a good note going into the offseason.
Do you forget the past when you can beat a rivalry team like this?
I don't think you forget about the past, but I definitely think it wipes it away for a little bit. I mean, obviously beating U of A would definitely mean a lot, obviously for the state, for us, for as a team, but, obviously no one's going to forget. I mean, me personally, I'm not going to forget how bad we lost to Utah. I'm not going to forget how bad we lost to Oregon. Like, that's going to really, it's going to bother me off season. I think it should bother everybody. I think going in and when you go into the weight room and you look at some of those scores of the games we lost, it should bother you. So, I mean, obviously when you're going to look at that U of A score and you see a win, obviously going to mean a lot. But at the end of the day, going into the next couple of weeks and you're going to see everything else, you're going to look at that record and go, we could have been so much better than that. So, I think it still means a lot, but I don't think you forget about it.
Do you fight a little bit harder as a team because it's U of A?
Oh yeah, obviously. I mean, in a rivalry game like this, I mean, obviously everything means a little bit more. You might play with 110% on every Saturday, but this one might be 115%. So it's one of those things where we're all going to play our hearts out, and it's all going to mean a lot to us. And as long as we keep a level head and play smart, I think we're going to be able to come out on top of this one.
Jalin, you've kind of touched on having a level head, and you're a pretty fiery guy, especially out there on the field. So what is kind of the advice, and what is the advice that you give to yourself? When you just kind of got to keep it in check a little bit. There's a couple guys who said the cleaner game usually wins this game.
I know this is so dumb, but whenever I'm like mad and I know I'm going to do something dumb, I think about how bad my mom and dad would whip me if they saw me do it, like when I was in 5th grade. So that's kind of how I was. I grew up literally being a fire kid. Like I won't say I cheap shot at kids, but I would definitely take it a little bit out sometimes. So, it's just for me. I mean, obviously it's just about playing smart. There's no, I mean, you're one targeting away, you're one dumb hit away, you're one punch away from getting kicked out and, not being able to affect the game. So, for guys like, obviously some of the older guys, the vets that have played in this game before, and guys that just mean a lot to the team and that are going to have a big role on Saturday, I think it's just very important for them to not do anything dumb to get kicked out of this game. Because once you do, I promise you, if you could have made a play, if you could have done this to change the game, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. So I think it's all about just being smart, even having like the scout team guys like poke at us today and just bother us and just like being annoying, like just doing dumb things. So I think as long as you just, like, hey, walk away, hey, next play, whatever, just go whoop their tail on the next play, do it in between the whistles. So I think that's the best advice I can give.
Jalin, you talk about the fans. This week is actually known in Tempe as Hate Week, U of A week. Do you know how much it means to the fans to beat U of A?
Oh, yeah, everything. I mean, for the fans, it's crazy because I know fans that have talked about, hey, if you win this game, we will forget everything about the season. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. But, I mean, hey, but I respect it. But, hey, I mean, beating U of A, that means a lot. It means a lot. So, for us, obviously, the fans really do deserve a win. Like, I mean, I can't stress enough. The fans have done such a great job this year, even with us struggling, and especially for the seniors and the coaches as well. They deserve to go out and get this one. So, I'm excited to see what we can do, go out there and, play a really good team. U of A is a really good football team. I mean, I'll sit here and say it. They give credit where credit's due. So, they're a really good team. They're coached well. Obviously, they do a lot of good things on offense and defense. That freshman quarterback's done a great job. But, I think if we do what we're supposed to, we play level-headed, we can really come out on top of this one. And the whole town of Tempe is going to be quite a scene on Saturday night if we win this one for sure.